Let me ask this question again. Is William Ruto as unpopular as Kenyans have been made to believe? Is Ruto that unpopular? And I'm asking that question because if you look at social media and even the mainstream media, they are painting a picture that Ruto is very, very unpopular. To a point, even some opinion polls are giving William Ruto a rating of less than 10%. Is Ruto that much unpopular? Yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, and the opposition team attended a church service in Nairobi, ACK Church, Jogoo Road. And normally after the church service, Rigathi and his team do address the congregation outside the church. Yesterday, Rigathi and Kalonzo tried that, but it backfired. They were met with chants of Ruto, Ruto, Ruto. So they were not able to address the congregation outside the church. Have a look at this before we continue. That was yesterday in Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. I've always maintained that if you want to know the direction Kenya is taking, look at Nairobi. Nairobi is cosmopolitan, and almost all Kenyan communities are found in Nairobi. If Nairobi coughs, Kenya coughs. Last week, William Ruto toured Nairobi County, and there was no single incident of heckling. Nairobians gave William Ruto a warm, heroic welcome, and that was seen live on camera as Nairobians welcomed William Ruto in almost all the constituencies he toured. And when I say that, I'm not taking sides, I'm just saying it as it was. Ruto did receive a heroic, warm welcome, and that was something that was not expected. Social media made us believe William Ruto was going to be heckled and to be chased away in Nairobi. That never happened. And now you are seeing Rigathi and Kalonzo being chased away. What does all that mean, ladies and gentlemen? It's true that in the event of an election being conducted in Kenya today, William Ruto will win in Raila Odinga's traditional support bases of Nyanza, Western, Nairobi Coast, Northeastern, Masai's, Kisses, areas that Raila Odinga has been winning in. Ruto will win in those areas. In a nutshell, Raila has just transferred his supporters to Ruto. That's why William Ruto was received warmly, and we are seeing Kalonzo and Rigathi being heckled. They were not able to address a Nairobi congregation. So, in the event of an election, Ruto will most definitely win Nairobi. And that's what I've always maintained. Secondly, the opposition should not be tempted to politics of hooliganism, politics of heckling. Normally, if the broad-based politicians are heckled, we normally see the opposition celebrate. The incident that happened yesterday in Nairobi should ring some bells to the opposition that it's not right to heckle or to chase away other leaders. Let each and every person sell his agenda and sell his ideas and manifestos. The moment you resort to heckling, the other camp, their supporters are also getting annoyed, and they can equally heckle and chase you away. And that's exactly what we saw yesterday in Nairobi. So to regard the Gachagua supporters, they should learn to tolerate other politicians. If they do tolerate other politicians, they will also be tolerated. If they heckle other politicians, they will also be heckled. Something also coming out very clearly, social media and the mainstream media might be selling Kenyans fake stories. As much as Ruto might be unpopular, he's not as unpopular as mainstream media and social media is trying to make it appear. He's not that much unpopular. That's also something Kenyans should actually know. And that also brings us to the issue. Who do you think will win the next election? The person who will win the next election will be the person who will be able to mobilize more ethnic leaders on his or her side. If Ruto will be able to mobilize more political ethnic leaders to his side, he will win 2027. If Rigathi and his team will mobilize more ethnic leaders to their side, they will win. But looking at the trends, William Ruto is a step ahead of Rigathi and his team. He has quickly reached out to the notable political ethnic leaders, and they are now singing his tune. And if that continues, if the situation persists till 2027, Ruto will definitely win 2027 unless the situation changes ahead of 2027. That's also something coming out very, very clearly. The easiest way to beat Ruto is for Kenyans to abandon their ethnic style of voting. If they abandon their ethnic style of voting and they elect a leader who is accepted across board, maybe a leader such as Matiang'i, William Ruto will find it very, very hard. But with the Rigathis, with the Kalonzos, I'm not seeing Ruto being beaten simply because Kenyans will vote along ethnic lines. It will not be about Ruto versus Kenyans, but it will be these tribes versus these tribes. And that's how William Ruto will win the next election. Right now, it's Kenyans versus Ruto. Come election time, after the opposition will have produced its candidate, it will be tribes versus tribes. If Rigathi and his team will fail to support Matiang'i, chances are very high Matiang'i and his team might rebel. Same to Kalonzo Musyoka. So the opposition has a lot of work to do. It's not all that easy, as some Kenyans are saying Ruto must go. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know. from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.